welcome back to the Traveling Yoga Mat. I'm Amanda, and wherever you are, I hope that you can join me in taking a moment to ground, center yourself, and incorporate a little movement into your day. So if you could find a seat, as long as you're comfortable, I'm happy. See about just starting to settle into your space. So they say like you've landed. Maybe you can feel like you've just touched down, whether it's the first time you're making some space for yourself today, or maybe it's been an overall slow momentum kind of day, and that's also okay. So wherever we are, let's just meet in this stillness. So our body becomes physically a bit more still. And sometimes it takes forcing our body into stillness so that our minds can slow down, so that our body, our physiology, like our heart rate can slow down. And your hands can be either rested in the lap or maybe today palms faced up on the knees. And you're just with a ever so soft gaze. So whatever you're looking at, maybe you can just hold your gaze there and let it soften. So that way you're not intently looking at it or analyzing it, but rather just kind of using it as an anchor point. And then you visualize the rest of your body here and the configuration that it takes, and any feelings you might be having, any itching or itches or scratches that you need to get out, or any tension that you just want to kind of shake out. Maybe you need to swallow or open up the mouth and the jaw wide. Just do what feels natural for you right now so that you can settle in. And notice in your mind's eye the natural curvature of the spine, how gravity roots you into the ground, but you can still sit up nice and tall and reach the crown of the head toward the ceiling, the sky. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and plant our right hand to the side and reach our left arm up and over. And continue to stay lengthened, gazing beyond the left elbow. See if on your inhale you can breathe into the muscles between each rib. Beautiful, bring it back to center. And let's take that over to the other side. Plant the left hand down by the side and reach right arm up and over. Staying lifted on the inhale and breathing into right side body on the exhale. Beautiful, let's bring it back up. Let's go ahead and bring the legs long in front of us. Went for a long walk with my dog, and the grass and the outside world got me a bit itchy. So, all right, let's go ahead and flex the toes back toward the face. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a breath in. And gently fold over those legs. So first, forward fold of the day. It's okay that it feels tight. It's okay that your body doesn't fully fold here. Every shape just gives us a new opportunity to take note of what's going on. We're constantly collecting data from our bodies. In today's world, we collect too much data from outside of our bodies. So that's what this time is. It's just to really come back to self, just listen in for a bit. And if it doesn't seem like the most exciting thing, in reality, I think you'll find that it is. Go ahead and roll up. Let's bring the soles of the feet to touch into that butterfly shape. Scoot the hips up a little closer to the heels. Grab onto the ankles and just flutter those knees. If you ever did this as a kid, maybe you just imagine yourself in that childlike state, bringing a smile to the face. Nice, and go ahead and come to stillness. We're gonna plant the left hand on the outside of the right knee and then bring right arm behind us. Let's go ahead and take a breath in. Find length, and then exhale and twist. Let your breath be your guide. Beautiful, last inhale. Exhale, let it go. Let's reach the arms up, breathe in. Exhale and fold over the legs, just a little transition pose. Starting to work into the hips. Maybe take that little flutter back in and notice how this changes the sensation. Nice, gently roll up. We're gonna plant left hand to right knee this time, or opposite, excuse me, right hand to left knee, and left hand behind us. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and twist. Beautiful. Let your breath be your medicine. Amazing, last breath in. And reset. Let's go ahead and find our backs on the mat. Coming all the way down, keep the knees bent up. Let's bring the feet wider than the mat, so just off the edges of the mat. The palms can be face down next to the sides. So the palms are, and the arms are rested on the mat, and the knees just sort of fall inward toward each other. So there's no need for them to be touching, but we feel that pull toward one another, and notice where you feel this most. Kind of a strange, subtle stretch in the inner thighs. Beautiful. And then we're gonna windshield wipe the legs over to the left. So just slowly taking the knees to the left. Maybe a crack in the back occurs. Bring them slowly back up to center and then release them over toward the right. Nice. And just keep this slow oscillation going. Let it sync up with your breath. Let it be slow, let it be juicy. Nice. And then once the legs fall over to the left again, go ahead and leave them there for a moment. And let's see if we can stack the left ankle on top of the right knee here. So just adding a little added weight onto the outside of the right knee. And when your mind wants to take off running, you know, maybe you let it, or maybe you just gently guide it back in. You can always use your breath to distract your thoughts. Nice, go ahead and undo the bind. Bring the legs up to center and then release them over toward the right. And let's take that same bind on this side. So right ankle comes over left knee. Again, just existing here. So easy to want to find ways to fill the space, fill the time. But maybe just smiling can ignite some joy in you. And that's all we really need. Beautiful, go ahead and release that. Bring the knees up to center. And let's go ahead and bring them about hip width distance here. So now we can flip the palms over, palms are face up. And just take a moment. Sometimes when lying flat, it's nice to think about all the ambitions and desires and dreams that you have just raining down on you. And if you can see the sky here, then even better. But if you're looking at the ceiling, maybe you imagine how vast the sky is, how much is out there just waiting for the perfect time to meet us. All right, let's take some glute bridges. So we're gonna plant the legs, or the feet rather, underneath us so that they scooch in just a touch closer to the glutes. And then as we lift the hips up off the mat, we're gonna bring the arms overhead. So it'll look like this. And we're gonna see if we can sync the breath as well. So as we breathe in, arms come overhead and the glutes lift, backs of the legs engage. And then we exhale, lower hips, bring the arms back down, breathe in, arms up overhead, and as we exhale, bring the arms back to the sides, lower down, beautiful. Let's do that again, take a breath in. This time we're gonna stay here for a breath, so breathe out, and then breathe in, see if you can re-engage. One more breath. Nice, and then lower that down, amazing. Let's go ahead and hug the knees in, rock side to side. All right, let's grab for the outsides of the feet and draw the knees in toward the rib cage, happy baby. And maybe you extend one leg and then the other, maybe both, maybe neither. Hug those knees in once again. And we'll rock up to a seat here. Go ahead and cross the legs and we're gonna roll over to tabletop. Beautiful, right away in tabletop, I always like to bump hips side to side. It just feels good, a little micro stretch in the wrist happens. And then I like to flip the wrists, bringing the palms a bit closer to the knees. You can always walk the knees up as well. Lifting one palm at a time. See what that does. Amazing. Flip those wrists back over, gripping the mat with the fingertips, the thumb. Beneath all of the knuckles, you're pressing into the ground. And this is kind of what I want you to visualize when you're in your downward dog. It's nice to practice while we're in tabletop because we can see our hands. And you want to spread out each finger so that there's a good bit of space between every finger, including the thumb. Well, I guess the thumb is easy, but maybe the index and the middle finger, just trying to create nice space there. And then we're gonna lift the hip, or the knees off the mat, lift the hips as well, tuck the toes, and let's come to downward dog. Amazing. So right away, if you want to bring in some movement to your downward dog, you can, or it's the first one, you can always find stillness. And then we're gonna take some downward dog to plank rolls. So if you wanna watch me demo this before going into it, you can, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift the heels as high as we can and then start to shift the body forward. So eventually we're gonna roll into plank, and the head is gonna be the last thing to rise to neutral. So now we're in plank. From here, we're gonna bend the knees, send the hips up and back, drop the heels down, downward dog. So we're almost doing everything in reverse after we get to that plank pose. Let's do that again. So lift the heels, roll forward, high plank, gaze lifts, and bend the knees up nice and deep. Send the hips up and back, downward dog. Amazing. Let's go ahead and lower the knees wide. Sit the heels between, or the hips between the heels. Let the big toes touch, but we're gonna sit up on our heels this time. So the knees are nice and wide, sit nice and tall. And then reach the arms up overhead, breathe in. Amazing, and grab left wrist with right hand, reach up and over toward the right. Breathe and be. And then we'll undo that, roll out the wrists, and then grab for right wrist with left hand, reach up and over to the left. Nice. And let's let that go. Roll forward back into your downward dog. Let's plant left foot to the center of the mat, reach the right leg up. Take a moment to feel this in the back of the left leg. Maybe lift the heel, lower the heel, lift the heel. And then bring right knee to nose. And right away, let's go ahead and plant it between the hands. And let's reach up, rise up, coming into high lunge here. Keep the torso centered, keep the shoulders low. Gaze is in front of you, hips are squared forward. Amazing. Nice, and let's go ahead and bring both hands to the inside of the right foot and then reach the right arm up so that we're twisting. Nice. And then bring both hands to the inside of right foot and heel toe that right foot to the outer edge of the mat. So the heel is in, the toes are out, and lower back knee, untuck the toes. If you want to stay propped up, this is lizard lunge. You can stay propped up, or you can come down to your forearms here. So working with your flexibility, working with where you're at today. And from here, we can always lift the right arm up and then reach back, bend up left knee, and grab for the outside or the toes of the left foot. And see what your fullest expression of this is today. Play around. Nice, let that left foot go. Come back to lizard lunge, and then we're just gonna step up and back into downward dog. We can roll through chaturanga, so we're gonna lift the heels, shift forward, high plank. Take a breath in, and then as we exhale, bend up the knees, lower halfway, flip over the toes. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Amazing, let's do that on the other side. So right foot steps to center of the mat, lift the left leg. Come up onto the ball of the right foot. Heel comes up and down. And left knee to nose. And go ahead and plant that left foot between the hands. Rise up, low lunge. Checking your form, checking your balance. When you're in low lunge, if bringing a slight bend to the back knee allows you to tuck the hips under more and engage the core more, then that is perfectly okay. Beautiful, we're gonna bring the hands to the inside of the left foot this time. Reach the right fingertips up. Spread your wings. Nice, that hand comes back down, inside left foot, heel toe, left foot to the outside of the mat, lower back knee, untuck toes, lizard lunge. You can stay here or come down to the forearms. If it felt good on the right side, you can reach the left arm up toward the sky, and then bend up to the right knee, grab the outside of the right foot. Finding your variation. Amazing, release it. And come back to down dog when you're ready. Let's roll through chaturanga, high plank. Take a breath in, lower down halfway, breathing out. Roll over those toes, tops of the feet. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Awesome, let's lower down the knees. And we'll come to our backs again. So cross the legs, roll on back. This time, we're gonna have straight legs, if that's comfortable. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Notice your body, maybe close the eyes if that's safe for you today. Notice the heat you've built up. And just allow yourself a moment of rest here. Wrapping the arms around the body, give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Beautiful, let it go. Take a big deep breath in through the nose. Hold it at the top for just 3, 2, 1. Let it go, sigh it out. Nice. Scanning the body from the top of the head. Taking your awareness down to the face and relaxing every muscle of the face, the neck, the shoulders, the upper back and the chest. Both arms, the wrists, the hands, the fingers, the belly, the low back. Relax the hips. Relax the inner and outer thighs, the glutes. The quads and hamstrings. Relax the knees, the lower leg, the ankles, the feet, and the toes. And just feeling flooded with this relaxation and a knowingness that we deserve it. And that we are enough. And what we're doing is enough. And it might feel good to stay here a few minutes. Let the silence guide you. And when you're ready, deepen the breath. Tap the fingertips, wiggle the toes. Roll the head side to side. Bend up the knees and let's roll over to your preferred side, using your arm as a pillow. Let's press up to seated. Beautiful, beautiful job today. So good to move our bodies, to get in touch with ourselves, and to share this practice with you. Thank you so, so much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.